I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Body would know, and science is about different body parts of a flower and a cow and a boy and a human.
Oh, the different parts of the flower. And how many parts does a flower have?
I don't remember.
Okay. And tell me, Jenny, when do you need to give it in, the assignment? This week?
I already gave the assignment.
Oh, okay. So now you're just waiting for the results.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And when else have you been to the shop?
Well, since on Saturday.
Saturday. And what did you buy at the shop?
Just some peach.
Just some?
Peach.
Peach. Oh, okay. And what are you going to do this evening? What are your plans for this evening?
Just done off rest of my work. Well, basically I'm actually done, but it's just that I want to look back.
Okay, to review.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jenny, are you excited for summer holiday?
I don't know. But the summer holiday wouldn't be worth it because on those type of typically day, sure I could play, but I need to look back and review what I have learned because I'm worried.
Okay. And tell me, do you know how long summer holiday is going to be?
I don't know.
And will you be visiting any family members or going any places?
Well, sure, but my parents didn't say anything about that.
So, Jenny, today we're going to carry on, okay? So today we're going to talk about if you see someone cheating on a test, should you tell? What do you think? Should you tell if you see someone cheating on a test?
Sure. But sometimes the teacher would just doing other work.
Okay. And have you ever told on someone who cheated?
I never caught one.
Okay. And so let's see. Some kids would tell a teacher if they saw someone cheating. Others would keep quiet. What would you do? Okay. Can you read for us the article?
You know cheating is wrong and you'd never consider doing it. But what would you do if you caught someone else cheating? It would be a pretty easy question if someone stole your homework. You'd probably tell your teacher, and if someone was selling answers to a test you probably reported to. But what if you caught a classmate taking a look at your answer sheet during a test? Then what? You don't want to betray a classmate who could get into a lot of trouble. You also don't want to be known as a rat, but you study hard for this test. Why should this kid benefit from your hard work? Plus, if you don't tell, you might get in trouble. If your teacher found out, he might think you were in on it.
Right. So how would you handle it? So you know cheating is wrong and you never consider doing it. What does it mean to consider?
It's like never gonna think that we're gonna actually do it.
Guys are thinking about, yes, but what would you do if you caught someone else cheating? It would be a pretty easy question if someone stole your homework. You'd probably tell your teacher. Would you tell your teacher if someone stole your homework?
Yeah. But if I got a high grade, okay? Because well,
Yeah.
in computer class, right? So my teacher gave us a review and a homework for us so we could review what we have learned and then going on with the test going easy, right? So the review, I did all of them easy. It's literally so easy. I got 20 out of 20. It's like 100%. And then I looked over to my friend next to. She got 8 over 20. 8 over 20. It's a lot of question answer she got wrong. And then she got the chance to do it again. And then I tried to help her by answering all the question. Well, I just answered all the question. I didn't teach her about anything about it. And then she got 20 over 20, like me. And then when we had to do a project, which is basically an app called Scratch Tree, we make a cat to draw a square and then calculate the area of it, right? So I did it. But then she just copied mine. I didn't say anything though.
Why did she copy yours though?
Because she didn't know how to do it.
Oh, and did she ask you, can she copy it?
No, I was completely fine with it because, well, I know that computer very hard and I've been like that. It's like a puzzle piece for my brain back in the day, but now it's kind of fine.
Oh, okay. And tell me, so you are fine that she copied you?
Yeah, but except, well, she did copy my project and I did give her all of the answer and then she got 100%, right? The teacher gave her praise and not me. And well, I tell her that the way she would repay me is she gonna give me a $20, right? A $20 for me. But then tomorrow I told her, where's the $20 you promised to give me? She said, well, she said, oh, I'm so sorry. I accidentally buy that to buy noodles so I could eat it. I was a little annoyed, but I still let her go. And then tomorrow more, I told her, hey, where's the $20 you promised? And she says, what's $20? I don't remember. And then she walked away. She's like bamboozled me.
She bamboozled you, yes. She tricked you. That I'm so sorry, Jenny. That is so sad because she promised you, she made a commitment, and now she didn't follow through on the commitment.
But don't worry. I did tell her friend about that and told her friend is don't be friend with her. And then they did say that she also did bamboozle them. So she have no friend left. And everyone hate her though.
And that's her own fault. She did it to herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you still friends with her?
No. I still try to be nice, but I never forgot the word when I first see her. Where's my $20? And then that.
But at least you learned a lesson. Now you know in the future that she will never bamboozle you again.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, Jenny. Now, Jenny, on that note, if someone ever tricks you, would you actually tell on them or would you not?
I mean, like, it's hard to decide. It's quite sad. If I did tell the teacher about them, they'll get into trouble, but then they will hate me, and then I don't have them. So that's sad.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand. So let's see what some of the other words is meaning here. And thank you for sharing that, Jenny. So it would be a pretty easy question. If someone stole your homework, you'd probably tell your teacher. And if someone was studying answers to a test, you'd probably report it too. If someone was giving the answers to a test, would you tell on that person?
Sure. I mean, like...
Yeah, it's unfair.
They probably forget it.
Yeah, some of the kids might forget the answers. And and if someone was studying answers to a test, you probably report it too. But what if you caught a classmate taking a look at your answer sheet during the test? Then what? Has anybody ever looked at your answer sheet while writing a test?
Never. I'm very careful with my own work though.
Okay, that's good. So, you don't want to betray a classmate. What does it mean to betray someone?
It's like you're not on the team anymore, and then you just, well, you know. Okay, how can I explain this? You're not on the team, but you're on the other team, which is they hate the most about you, and then you blame them. This and that, and more.
Yeah. Okay, so to betray someone is when they, it's basically when they can't trust you anymore. Okay, like your friend, like she bamboozled you. Can you trust her now?
Nah.
No, because she betrayed you. She committed to do something, to give you something, but she didn't. And who could get into a lot of trouble? You also don't want to know to be known as a rat. What does it mean to be a rat?
I don't know.
To be a rat is when you tell on people, but there's a difference. Okay, so you get those kids who go like, teacher, Chinny did this. Teacher, Chinny didn't bring this to school. Teacher. Oh, you get those kids. And no, it's not fair. But that is not a rat. Sorry, Chinny, that is a rat. Okay? A person goes like, teacher, I'm going to tell you something. Chinny didn't do this. Teacher, Han didn't bring this. Han did this. Okay? But a person who goes to say, teacher, I need to inform you that John was cheating in the test. He looked at my answer sheet. That is not a rat. Okay.
Yeah.
So a rat is someone who goes and tells on anything apart from the important things. But you studied hard for this test. Why should this kid benefit from hard work? What does it mean to benefit from your work?
It's like, I don't know how to explain though. Well, it's how can I explain this?
To benefit is to gain something from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, if you don't tell, you might get in trouble. If your teacher find out, he might think you were on it. You were in on it. What does it mean to be in on it?
Like you were in the team also.
Yes, you were part of it. Well done. How would you handle it? If you saw a classmate cheating, would you tell your teacher? So, Jenny, would you tell your teacher if you saw one of your friends cheating in class?
Well, I might let them cheat for the whole end of the class tests, and then after the end of class test, and then we got the time to, relax and sleep like that. Yeah. And then after that, I'm gonna tell the teacher that they cheat. And done.
Okay. I see your point. So let's see why some people say yes and some say no. Can you read for us the yes part?
Turn the cheater in. Cheating is totally unfair. Why should some kids work hard just so other kids can steal the answers? There should be no rewrites. If students want good grades, they should earn them, just like everyone else. Besides, cheaters need to be stopped for their own good. It may seem like nothing now, but eventually, cheaters will wish they learn more in school.
Exactly. And why do some people say no?
Don't be a rat. Cheating is not right, but kids should learn to solve their own problems rather than always running into a teacher. It's much better to talk to your classmate yourself. If you catch someone looking at your work during a test, let the person know you notice and want it to stop. If it doesn't, then think about telling the teacher. But until then, you should handle the problem on your own rather than being a tattletale. A tattletale. Yeah.
A tattletale. Okay. So turn the cheater in. Cheating is totally unfair. Why should some kids work hard just so other kids can steal their answers? There should be no. What does it mean? No free rides.
It's like it could be anything. That you can literally go past it, like go past it, mind of dangerous route. You just go past it by just cheating or something.
Yes, there we go. So, and then if students want grades, they should earn them just like everyone else. Besides, cheaters need to be stopped for their own good. What does it mean for their own good?
Like to stop their habits and then stop what they are doing.
Yeah, for their own good means it's for their own benefit.
Yeah.
It may seem like nothing now, but eventually cheaters will wish they learned more in school. Okay, don't be a rat. Cheating is not right, but kids should learn to solve their own problems rather than always running to a teacher. It's much better to talk to your classmate yourself. If you catch someone looking at your work during a test, let the person know you noticed and wanted to stop. If it doesn't, then think about telling the teacher. But until then, you should handle the problem on your own rather than being a tattletale. What does it mean to be a tattletale?
I don't know.
It is a person who tells on other people.
Okay, so it's just like a rat.
Yeah. So think about a reason why you should tell the teacher about a cheater. Okay. So think of 5 reasons, Jenny. Why should you tell a teacher about a cheater in class? Okay. So then you're going to present those 5 ideas to me, and then you're going to summarize them. You're going to conclude them. And in conclusion, this is why I believe we should not let cheaters get away. Okay. So are you ready?
I'm ready. So, first of all, my opinion is I don't think cheaters can teach other people work because rather than what I would think, it may seem easy to tell them to stop, but then even though how hard you try to tell them to stop, sometimes it just doesn't work. You just feel sad and annoyed at what they're doing. And even though you try to tell the teacher, sometimes the teacher praises them a lot, so they don't really believe you. Because that is true inside of my class. And second of all is, even though they cheat on your work, you do feel annoyed and you do feel like you're hating on them quite a lot. Well, it's just that the fact is sometimes I do feel a little bit bad for them because, well, even though they cheat, sure, free ride, fun. But it's just that when they just get out the grade and then just go to the 6th grade like that, it's most likely to be they're gonna forget all the things and reviews that they have learned. And then going up back again, they wanted to learn of those reviews again. And even though they are in high school, middle school, yeah, sure, we have a teacher, but those typically type of teacher and type of school depend on the school really. Don't really care about the student that much. Third of all is sometimes, I don't know why, but I did feel bad for them, is they cheat on me. They got a free ride, sure. But the fact that even though I didn't tell the teacher about them, then that's totally fine because the other kids will, and other my classmates will. It's not like I'm the only one caught them. And some people, like some of my classmates in my class, could be nosy. They could just look around the room, and then sometimes one of person make eye contact with them, and then somehow they giggle and then turn back to the board. It's random, I know, because I have that one kid.
You do?
Yeah.
Your class?
He is a random person, a very random kid. But even though that's his family, I do feel bad for his family and what condition he's living in, but I'm not gonna say it. And his mouth is, very, very bad mouth. Just saying speechless things to grown up and other type of classmates. I mean, I know that some of my friends will be fine about it and they just laugh it off because they think it's funny. Sure, he enjoys making people happy, but some people take it seriously out of his own words that is telling him that he is spitting out. So it's kind of sad. And 1, 2, 3,
4. The fifth thing?
The fifth one. The fifth one is even though none of us saw the cheater cheating on someone's work because, well, basically we just too focused on our own work. So we didn't even look a single bit to our other side of our head that we just looking at the view, but we didn't because this is tests, not just a photographer. And well, the teacher in front of, we have two teachers. One of teacher is sitting on in front of the board. The second teacher is sitting on the back. So both of them, they look the whole class to see someone's cheating. So even though no one saw the cheater, then the teacher will. And then they got a big regret, the cheater. Yeah. The in conclusion is we should not let the cheater slide down like that.
I like that. Yes, that was really good. Well said, Jenny. Guys, to get away with it. Moving on to the next one. So we're going to do 18 curfews. A good thing. What does curfew mean?
No.
A curfew is when you need to be at home at a specific time. So if your parents say to you, your curfew is 8 p.m. at night, that means you are not allowed to leave the house after 8 p.m.
Okay.
And you need to be home by then as well. So some people say the kids should be home at a certain time. Other people say curfews violate kids' rights. What do you think? Should kids have curfews?
I mean, like, they should. Because, well, sometimes they're just gonna sneak off and they're not gonna promise anything to you that they're gonna come back. So they just sleep at their neighbor friend house and then you would get worried and sick just to wait for them.
Very valid point. So, can you read for us the articles, 18 curfews a good thing?
You're at a friend's house practicing, yeah. For the
practicing?
Yeah, practicing. For the school play, you have a lot of plans to learn, and the play is in a few days. But you're a hard worker, and you're a good actor, and your friends willing to stay up late working with you. There's just one problem. Your town has a curfew. You have to go. You have to go home early. All across America, towns are in,
Instituting?
instituting okay, curfews for kids. Of the country's 200 largest cities, 146 already have curfews. Many of the cities report drops in the crime rate as a result. These cities also say that with curfews in place, fewer kids are victims of crimes. But some people want to end these curfews. They say they are a violation of kids' rights, especially since some kids have to stay out late because of school activities and jobs.
Okay, so what do you think of curfew is a good idea? So let's quickly break down some of the meanings here. So you're at your friend's house practicing for a school play. Have you ever practiced for a school play, Jenny?
No, I hate doing one of those. I did hear it from one of my friends. She says that she hated it, so I would hate it too.
Really? I think you would do so well.
No thanks.
Okay, you have a lot of lines to learn at the play as in a few days, but you're a hard worker and you're a good actor, and your friend is willing to stay up late working with you. There's just one problem. Your town has a curfew. Ah, so now the town. What does it mean the town has a curfew?
It's like the town, like everybody in that town have a curfew that is same that everybody would think.
Mm-hmm. And there's just one problem. So you have to go home early. All across America, towns are instituting curfews for kids. What does it mean, instituting?
I don't know.
Does it mean implementing? Does it mean create?
I don't know.
What do you think? So instituting is to put into motion. Okay, it's to create or to start.
Okay.
Right. Of the country's 200 largest cities, 146 already have curfews. Many of the cities report drops in their crime rate. Okay, what does it mean there's a drop in the crime rate?
Like the crime rates have, I don't know how to explain.
Decrease, become less?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay? And many of the cities report drops in crime rate as a result. These cities are also say that with curfews in place, fewer kids are victims of crime. What does it mean to be a victim of crime?
Like, okay, so the second person is a victim. The first person is, well, the killer. So the killer kills the victim, and then when they got to research and everything, bing bang boom, they saw the victims. So the victims are in the crimes, like literally.
Yes. Okay. And in the next one, but some people want to end these curfews. They say they are a violation of kids' rights. What does it mean if something is a violation?
It's like it's a violate way of kids' right.
If it violates it, does it mean that it is breaking an entry? It is overstepping its boundary?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Okay. And in the next one, especially since some kids have to stay out late because of school activities and job. What do you think? Are curfews a good idea? So, Jenny, do you guys have a curfew in your city for kids?
No.
Not?
Yeah.
Oh, what is your curfew in your city?
Well, it really depends. I mean, like, people will see random kids on the middle of sidewalk. Sure, a lot of people would tell the kids where are they going and do they need parents. Like, most likely to be a lot of them, really. So we didn't really have a curfew. If one family made one, then we're just gonna do it. It's not like everybody gonna follow it.
Okay. And so what do you think? Should they change the curfew in your city for kids?
I don't think so.
Right. So this is why people say why curfews are a good thing. So can you read for us the yes part?
Everyone always talks about kids' rights. What about the right to feel safe? Cities with curfews have less crimes. Crime. This makes life better for everyone anyway. Why do kids need to stay out late? They should be home doing their homework instead of cruising around. I feel curfew will help kids focus on what's important and keep them out of trouble.
Okay. And then we have why would some people say no?
Curfews are wrong. Wrong, wrong. If you had a curfew for adults, there'd be less crime too. But no one trying to keep adults at home at night. Why should kids be treated differently from adults? Besides, lots of kids need to be out late. They have school activities and jobs that end late. We should find other ways of reducing crime.
Ah, okay. So now, everyone always talks about kids' rights. What about the right to feel safe? Cities with curfews have less crime. This makes life better for everyone. Anyway, why do kids need to stay out late? They should be home doing their schoolwork instead of, what does it mean, cruising around?
It's like walking around, just doing stuff around the town.
Yes, a curfew will help kids focus on what's important. What does it mean to focus?
It's literally like we just doing that one important part that our eyes keep focused and our brain keep focus too.
Excellent. Okay. And then people say no to curfews. Curfews are wrong, wrong, wrong. If you had a curfew for adults, there'd be less crime too. But no one's trying to keep adults at home at night. Why should kids be treated differently from adults? Besides, lots of kids need to be out late. They have school activities and jobs. So I don't think kids, I think they're talking about teenagers here or kids above the age of 16 that's got jobs that end late. What we should find out what ways to reducing crime. Now, what are some things instead of curfews that cities and towns can do to prevent problems? So, Jenny, I want you to think of 4 things. Okay? What the city can do, okay, instead of having curfews to prevent problems and crime.
Okay. I was literally thinking of that one word and then I completely forgot when you said it to me. Oh, okay. The government. Yeah, the government. Well, I mean, like, even though we know that our towns do have just few crimes walking around, it's like, yeah, but doesn't that mean the government also know? It's not like they just keep blindfold their eyes and just walk around our room. Well, they will find a other way than just instead of curfews because, well, crimes can start anywhere, and by I mean anywhere, it doesn't have to be a person doing that. It could be death. So yeah, and instead of having curfews in our cities and towns, governments have other fees way to help our town to be safer and avoid crimes. Quietly. if there's no death though. Second of all is it's not like each of crimes would happen by a person hand who doing it. And if God's made human, then sometimes they also need a sacrificial. Oh wait, that's kind of sounds sinister now. I mean like it's kind of like a human would sometimes a day they will peacefully pass on the bed, like literally opposite of life on the bed, but peacefully, okay, peacefully. So it doesn't have to be crimes. It could happen on natural stuff that, well, Mother Nature just gave us. Sometimes even the weather could control some of that crimes too. Like a Tsuma, wait, I forgot the name. It's like the wind that twirls around like a ballerina, but I forgot.
Monsoon.
Yeah. Yeah. So it could have those type of stuff just running around from a house and then just on the life one of people. So it doesn't have to be a person. And third of all is life is just running fast these days. I mean like the days, yeah, or year before this, it's like time's running slow and you're taking a step. And sometimes you find, well, just things that you just want to disappear. And now this year, time is walking fast. And then you see how fast you're growing and then you feel more worried. But God said, don't be worried. Take each time of your step or each time of your days is a final days. And then don't worry about the future or neither be annoyed in the past. I mean, like, that's how I would hear it. And fourth of all is we have a judge. So we don't have to worry about that much. We have a judge. Yeah. We go there and then, well, just learn new stuff. And then we know how to be this and that. And then our life will be peaceful, I guess.
Right. Well,
The conclusion is, well, we don't have to need some of the curfews in our towns or cities. We all could work perfectly fine if the government did make some new idea, or we can just start that by ourselves.
Perfect. Yes. So basically what you're saying, Jenny, is that the government, if they have better rules and regulations in place, we don't need curfews.
Yeah.
Right. Because that will help kids to follow them. And also, if they don't follow the rules, then they will be punished or they will pay a fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well said, Jenny. That was really good. Now, our next one. Is year-round school a good idea? So some people say kids should go to school year-round. What does it mean to go to school year-round?
I don't get it though.
Okay, school year-round, meaning that they go to school 360 days, 365 days.
Okay. So what's wrong with that? I mean, like, sure, time is running fast with that one.
So, if, for example, like year-round, if you, for example, if they say to you, "Oh, we're not going to have any breaks,"
So, okay.
Would you be upset about it?
I mean, sure, I will be upset about it if I just go there day by day and then I could not feel a single thing. I could feel my body is just numb because of writing, hearing, or even listening to the teachers.
So you might lose concentration. We always need a break. So let's see what are people saying. Is year-round school a good idea? Can you read the article for us?
As what did you do on a summer vacation? About 5% of US school kids today could not answer that question. Why? They go to school year-round. These days, year-round schedules are increasingly popular. Some schools lengthen the normal 180-day school year in order to improve the students' education. Other schools are in session 180 days a year, but scatter 3-week vacation throughout, and other schools teach kids in alternating shifts. That means some kids have their summer vacation in the middle of the winter. People who support year-round schooling say that kids learn more that day. They say kids don't forget what they learn over a long summer break, and teachers spend less time reviewing old materials. Opponents say that year-round schooling does little to boost learning. They say it takes away a very important rest periods for kids and increase students and teacher burnout.
Okay. So basically, Jenny, year-round school is when you continuously go to school, but you have small little breaks and no big break. Okay. Yes. So let's have a look. What did you do on summer? What did you do on your summer vacation? 5% of your school kids today did not answer the question why. They go to school year-round. So these days, so they don't get long vacations where they can actually go and do something that they can remember. So these year-round schedules are increasingly popular. Some schools lengthen the normal 180-day school year in order to improve the students' education. So they extend their days at school. Other schools are in session 180 days a year, but scatter 3-week vacation throughout. What does it mean to scatter 3-week vacations?
Well, it's like we literally can have 3-week vacation.
So what they will do is they will take 3 weeks. They will say, okay, here's a few days here, few days here, few days here, few days here, few days here during the year. That means to scatter.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Well done, Jenny. So, and other schools teach kids in alternating shifts. What does it mean to alternating shifts?
It's like a never-ending shifts.
To alternate, yeah. So it's constantly changing. That means some kids have their summer vacation in the middle of winter. Okay, so instead of having a break in the winter, they're going to have their summer vacation. People who support year-round schooling say that kids learn more that way. They say kids don't forget what they learn over a long summer break, and teachers spend less time reviewing old material. Opponents say that year-round schooling does little to boost learning. What does it mean to boost learning?
To upgrade or increase the learning.
Yes, well done, Jenny. They say it takes away a very important rest period for kids and increase student and teacher burnout. What is burnout?
Well, just lose some energy.
Yeah, lack of energy. I mean, you're overworked, you're overwhelmed. Yes. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with schoolwork?
I mean, sure, but not really.
Okay. So, what do you think? Is year-round schooling a good idea? So, do you think, Jenny, that going to school for the whole year, but have small little breaks in between and no big vacation, do you think that is a good idea?
I don't think it's a good idea because, if we have a burnout, then our brain will just burn out as we are. So we can't really focus in class that much.
Yes. Okay, so let's see why some people say yes. Can you read that for us?
Summer vacation is nothing more than a chance for kids to forget everything they've learned. Worse, it's a chance for them to get into trouble. Kids have too much free time as it is. They don't need 3 months with nothing to do. Year-round school improves a kid's education and gives students something productive to do. Over the summer, keep them in school.
Can you read first? Why do some people say no?
For most kids, summer vacation is a much needed break, but that's not to say they aren't productive. They play sports, go to camp, and participate in things they can't do during the school year. More importantly, summer is the best time for kids to get jobs. Most kids have to work for their spending monies and to save and to save for college. If you keep kids in school all summer, you'll cut off the chance to earn money.
The summer vacation is nothing more than a chance for kids to forget everything. Do you think kids will forget everything during the summer vacation?
Yeah, if they are just too focused on what they just played.
Okay. Worse, it's a chance for them to get into trouble. Does some kids get into trouble?
Sure. I mean, like they forgot what they have learned and then they come, just clueless and everything, and then they got the teacher shout.
Okay. Actually, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. It was this little spider. Okay. Kids have too much free time. As it is, they don't need 3 months with nothing to do. Year-round schooling improves a kid's education and gives students something productive to do over the summer. Keep them in school. Okay. Now, for most kids, summer vacation is a much-needed break. What does it mean, much needed?
Every kid's really need it. Every kid's really needed that.
Okay. Much needed break, yes. But that's not to say that they're unproductive. They play sports, go to camp, and participate in things that they can't do during the school year. More importantly, summer is the best time for kids to get jobs. Most kids have to work for their spending money and to save for college. If you keep kids in school all summer, you'll cut off their chance to earn money. Jenny, do some of the kids in your school have jobs?
No, it's ridiculous, but, well, I mean, I don't really know. I am a friend of one of them, except that I don't even know if they did actually have a job, which is kind of random to tell them.
Okay. Yeah, so what are 3 positive things about year-round schooling? And what are 3 negative things? I want you to think of 3 positive things about year-round schooling with small little breaks. And what are the negatives? And then you're going to present to me first the positives, and then the negatives, and then conclude it.
Okay, so 3 positive things is the first of all is, well, it's just basically more learning, I guess. The more learning you learn, the more you get to understand which subject it has the most, and then you got high grade just because of that. And the second one is, well, it's dependent on which kids. It's not like all of kids. Is that if some of the kids don't have friends, and then we got the time to relax, then while those kids don't have friends, will do nothing, and they just feel kind of lonely. But having this thing, they just feel fine and normal. Third of all is, well, it's the best way to avoid school bullying. It's just that. I think it's the best way to avoid school bullies and just that. And gossip too. And for the negative things is that you will feel burnout, your brain will feel burnout, your eye will be sore, and then your back will also be sore and hurts because you have to stand straight because the teacher told you so. And second of all is, if your brain feel burnout, then you don't feel like you're gonna do the homework, and you're just gonna annoy and then blame blame other people just because of your burnout. Some people will be like that though, just blame other just to feel good, but it's just gonna increase them. And third of all, as well, their finger could be hurt, they could be sore, and they could have just injured and swell just from the writing, just writing so much. Yeah.
Okay. And in conclusion?
In conclusion is it depends on which kids and which they will think.
I like that. And tell me, Jenny, would you choose to go to a year-round school, or would you go to a school with longer breaks?
I would rather to have a school with longer break, even though sure they have less time to go there, but except that if I got more relaxed, like more time to relax, then I got more time to boost up my brain energy.
Time makes a valid point. And tell me, how does your school breaks work? How many breaks do you have during the year?
For each day we have two, like a two, but in two of them, each of them have 15, or I could think it's just 15.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God